What's going on, guys? Welcome back. In today's video we're doing startup from TryHackMe, and this is a very popular machine that we're going to talk about today. Before we jump to the practical part, as we always do, let's first explain the theory and the steps to accomplish and do this machine. So the very first stage is the FTP access. So basically we will discover that there is an FTP server running on port 21. We will have an anonymous access to the server, and then we will find out that we can actually upload files to the FTP server. So first, anonymous access, and then we have files upload, right? We have permission to upload files. So after that step, next thing, we will upload some sort of reverse shell, or we can upload a PHP shell. So that's the next step. Once you have uploaded the web shell or a reverse shell, it's up to you. You can do RCE, remote code execution, and you will have your first shell. So the third step now involves PCAP analysis. So we will stumble upon a PCAP file and we will do the analysis with Wireshark. We will transfer the file to my machine, and we will open the file with Wireshark and analyze the file. See, we will discover some sort of plaintext credentials, and we will use the credentials to conduct the fourth step, which is horizontal privileged escalation. We will move from a user like data into another user called Lenny. I hope I'm correct. And lastly, the last step will be exploiting a cron job. This is the last step. We will find a script running as a cron job. The script name was something like planner.sh. So the planner.sh script contains actually the code inside planner.sh contains lines that refer to another script being executed called print.sh. Now the thing is that planner.sh, we don't have write access to the script, which means we actually need to look at print.sh. That's also being called from inside planner.sh. We look at print.sh and we find that we have write access to the file. We replace or we put some bash shell or reverse shell. We can open another reverse shell, put some lines of code we can in this file, and we then retrieve the root access. So that's the practical part of this machine. The theory of this machine. Now let's jump to the practical part of this video. So let's exit. So we have, this is nmap scan. We have, as you can see, 21, FTP, 22, and lastly 80. Now there are multiple steps involved before you just land on the correct FTP directory to which we will upload the files. So what I'm gonna do now, let's go back and grab the IP address of the machine, browse to port 80. Okay then, so here /FTP /files, I guess it was. Okay, so how do I find this, or how I found this directory? So basically you will run, or you will use directory search, GoBuster. So I'm gonna show the command, although you can go back to my videos, and sometimes I execute the command just for those who don't know what's GoBuster, but I assume guys you know what's GoBuster, you know how to do directory brute force. Sudo GoBuster. So use this word list, replace the IP address, this IP address with the IP address of the machine, and you can also enumerate for text files, PHP files, and HTML files. Once you do that, you will see that there is a directory called /files. You will navigate to that file in the directory, and you will see the refiles. Click on notice. You have some note here, important, and FTP. Now what we're gonna do here, you're gonna go to that directory, but in the FTP server. So we're gonna go back and type FTP So anonymous, password as anonymous. Okay, cd ftp ls. Now here we can upload our own files. So how do we know that we can do that? You can actually open a new tab and test this out. So ls touch test.txt, and you can try uploading this file here. Put test.txt ls, and as you can see, we have successfully uploaded our file, which means now we can upload a reverse shell. So let's go back, cd back sudo mount cd repo cd tools. Okay, PHP web shell. Now what you can do, guys, you can upload the PHP reverse shell or you can upload a web shell. It's up to you. My preference is to use the PHP reverse shell, ls nano PHP reverse shell, and here I will change a couple of parameters. So the port I will leave it as is, and the IP address will be changed to my machine IP address. So this is it. We take this one. Now I receive a lot of questions, guys, asking me why I'm using port 4545. It is just personal preference. You can use your own ports. Okay then. Now cp PHP reverse shell, and we're gonna grab a copy to TryHackMe directory. All right, exit. So put PHP reverse shell ls, and now we have it here. So if we refresh now the browser and go to FTP, we can see the two files we have just uploaded. So now going back, exit, and see that LTP 4545, and now once I click on this, it will trigger the connection and I will receive the first foothold. And as you can see here right now, I got the first access to the machine ID, and I am data. Let's stabilize the session and invoke a stable shell. Hopefully Windows Defender has not deleted the reverse shell files as it usually does. So now go to routine. Yes, it did it. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to go back to Windows Defender and say, I don't know, it doesn't understand. I always whitelist the file, but it is the Defender, you know. So let's see here. Nope, here it is. I'm gonna say allow on device. Let's see now. Okay, so I'm gonna need to grab a TTY first. Okay, and then export the term. Okay, Control Z. And lastly, we're gonna type this to in my terminal. Okay then, so right now we have a stable shell ID or ls pwd. We are okay, the main directory. So as you can see, we have a file called recipe.txt, cat recipe.txt. Someone asked what our main ingredient to our spice soup is today. I figured I cannot keep it as a secret forever and told him it was love. Additionally, guys, you can see we have another directory, incidents, that you wouldn't find normally under the root directory. So cd incidents, and we have the pcap analysis pcap file that I talked about in the very first of the video. What we can do here, guys, we can copy the file and go to var html ftp files ftp, copy that to the ftp directory so we can retrieve it by logging into the server. So now splitting the tab, we're gonna have to log into the FTP server one more time. Okay, anonymous ID, permission denied. Okay, ls. So let's see here. Now go to FTP, and now we have the pcap file. Let's retrieve the file. Get suspicious pcap. And now we have retrieved the file. Now we're gonna open the file in Wireshark. Exit. ls Wireshark suspicious. And let's analyze the file now using Wireshark. So let's see here. This is the room, guys, and we have a couple questions to answer. What is the secret spicy soup recipe? What are the contents of user and what are the contents of root? So if you click on the hint here, it's telling you that FTP and HTTP, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, so this one actually is the secret recipe here is love, I guess. We read that from the note, yes. And now we have to grab the contents of the user and the contents of root. Hint, something doesn't belong. Okay, very helpful. Right, this is the Wireshark file. And we have a lot of packets to analyze, as you can see. Not a lot of packets, but not also a few number of packets. So we have TCP here. As you can see, we have HTTP. Let's filter for HTTP packets. And we have four. As you can see, we have, take a look at this packet. So someone is trying to retrieve a file called shell.php. So this means that someone has uploaded another shell different from ours, right? If you follow the TCP stream here, get the details of this packet. Okay, then, so you see, this is the response from the server. If we scroll down, and this is the path, get FTP shell. Okay. Back to HTTP. What else we have? Get favicon not found, and we have another response from the web server. Let's go back now, see the TCP packets. Now, since we have a lot of TCP packets after the HTTP request to the shell, we're gonna need some smart way to analyze these packets and extract the plain text data. Since we're looking for plain text commands, or we're looking for the commands that the attacker may have executed against the machine, we're gonna have to do something else. So we're gonna go to File and export packet sessions, dissections as plain text. I'm gonna save this here, say packet dump, save that, and we're gonna go back and inspect the file. So okay, desktop. Then we go to TryHackMe. Now we have the packet dump. I'm gonna open this with mousepad. Okay. Let's scroll a bit down, more and more. Take a look at this one. Linux startup 4.0 generic. So this is the data being, actually the data here is returned when you ask for the version of the operating system, which means here the attacker has, you know, at that moment they started to execute commands against the system. And right, as you can see, we have dub data. So how about now we look at the frame 45 in the Wireshark file. Since now we have spotted the packet where at which the attacker started to execute commands against the system, we're going to go back to the Wireshark file and look for the frame number 45. So this is it. Follow TCP stream. And yep, here we go. So here is where the attacker managed to get access to the system. As you can see, they executed ls, then ls-la. If you scroll down, they typed who am I, they grabbed TTY, cd home, cd lenny ls, and sudo-l, and here they typed a credential. This is the credential of the user Lenny. So we're gonna grab this one and try this here. So Lenny, the password is here, and now we got access as Lenny. Now the next step in the privilege escalation process here is to see the files which has the suit bit set, to inspect the processes, to see the cron jobs, and so on and so forth. So for this machine, what I did, I grabbed a copy of PSPY64 to see the running processes in order to reveal all the processes that are being run at the same time we see the cron jobs. So we're gonna go to FTP session here, I'm gonna exit Wireshark and go back, see the repo to grab a copy of PSPY. So where is that tool? Or let's check GitHub. And let's download the PSPY64. Okay, now going back here, cd FTP anonymous. I'm gonna upload this to the machine. cd FTP upload PSPY64. Oh, sorry. Put PSPY64. No such file or directory. This is the correct path. Put PSPY64. Okay, I'm gonna go to now on the machine here on the left side, cd var html FTP files, and now FTP. So now I'm gonna give the script permissions to run. Okay, fine, PSPY64, and let's see. Okay, let's inspect the output. Okay, here you go. As you can see now, this line and this line, there is a script under this path. Its name is planner.sh, and it's being run every 1 minute. So we're gonna have to inspect this one. Gonna exit. Also, I guess you can view it by typing cat etc cron tab. Let's see here. So it's not clear here. As you can see, it's not listed. So the only way to find that is by using pspy. Okay, so let's inspect the contents of the script. And this is what it does. And as you can see, there is a call to another script called print.sh. Now, inspecting the permissions of the script ls-la, and then like that. As you can see, planner is owned by root, and the group also is root. So we can't actually modify this file. But the good news is that planner.sh is running as root. So if we can get planner.sh to run print.sh the way we like, which means we're gonna have to modify print.sh. Let's view the permissions of print script here -ls-la etc and grep. So Lenny can modify this file. Right, so now nano print. And this is good. So what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna type normal bash reverse shell like that in this line. And of course, we're gonna need to open a new port listener on my machine. So let's first grab some bash reverse shell. Okay, this one is good. So here, bin -c. So the port will be 4546 since 4545 is in use. And here we're gonna need to grab my IP address as always. Hit save. And now quickly run a listener. We should now receive the shell here as a root user. Wait for 1 minute, and this is it. So cd root cat. Okay, so this is the root flag. Okay, so root flag is here. Now still we got the user flag. Cd home, cd Lenny cat user.text, and there you go, the user file, the text file. This is the wrong page. Okay, not this one. And just like that, the room is finished, guys. I hope you found it informative, and I will definitely see you in the next video.